acupuncture for sexual dysfunction, we mostly just try to balance the energy in the sexual organs and the sexual meridians. For pain, we use the meridian that is where the pain is located. If you got an elbow pain, it's going to be this meridian here, or perhaps this meridian here that goes through. And so we treat those meridians. And then we use the ear. There's all kinds of central midbrain pain pathway areas that you can do acupuncture on to help the brain receive less pain. If we can manage the pain properly, then pain goes down from like an 8 to a 2, and then you can have sex with pain of 2. I mean, it's just there. It's there in the background. It's ignorable. It's pushed in the background. Just like you can have sex with the TV blasting some political ad. It can be distracting. You might start focusing on it, or you might just say, oh yeah, it's a political ad, and let me turn my focus back in. So the goal would be to get people's pain perception down to the point that they have pain, they recognize they have pain, they don't obsess about the fact that they have pain, but they can put it to the side. That varies person by person. I've met people who have between 7 and 10 pain all the time, and they're like, yeah, at least when it's a 7, I can put it to the side, and I don't want any drugs because I can get to a 7 just by telling my mind not to pay attention to it. And I'm like, wow, good for you. But, different people have different levels where things interfere. And we haven't figured out what makes people rate pain a certain way, what makes people able to take their brain off just a little bit. We know that guys evolutionarily have been the people that have been, go out and kill the lion and bring it home for dinner. They seem to have if I've got a mission I'm focused on, then I can push the pain to the side. Women seem to have, and there's receptors and neurotransmitters that go along with these things in parts of the brain. And I saw this at a conference once, in a pain conference, and I was fascinated. They said women have the ability to kind of turn off incoming interfering signals, like having a bunch of kids going, mommy, 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 and you're like, I'm talking to this adult here, shut up, kids. We seem to have innate biological ability to say shut up to multiple incoming distracting signals and be able to focus on a relationship, especially, or a conversation, that kind of thing. That's how we can better take our minds off the pain, is that it might be a signal from your foot, and one from your back, and then one from your head. You can teach people that, and they will usually giggle like I just did and say, yeah, it's kind of, I have done that. And then they know that that's a skill in their toolbox, and they can be confident about it. A lot of pain and suffering has to do with your viewpoint, your reaction to the physical experience of what you have, and what you're going to do with that information right now. Worrying about the future, regrets about the past versus living in the moment, and whether you exaggerate that experience or whether you minimize that experience makes a difference in your ability to cope and function in life, including sexual function.